Hi, everybody. This is Phyllis Y. Whitley. And if you have been spiritually victimized and traumatized, welcome to Spiritology Live, where I bring my #1 Amazon bestseller book to life. Yes, each episode will be a raw, spiritual, metaphysical, holistic space of consciousness for self-healing as you learn how to break your religious shackles so you can master and manifest your promised land within today. Let's go. Well, you know what? We just came out of a couple episodes that was wonderful. They was dealing with discipleship. It was dealing with healing generational curses. And oh my goodness, it was really, really good. I will not stress by saying I had help with those particular topics by my Whispervise team. And it really helped me because it helped me come out of my book, Spiritology, and just really focus on topics that other people wanted to hear, but it still took me back to the book. So we actually discussed something in, I believe that was episode 32. We are now in 33. And we was talking about spiritual decluttering. You have to go back to understand I always say, go back and learn who you were, your parents were, in order for you to understand who you are today. And then you can know how to handle tomorrow, which the future is really today. So with that being said, spiritual decluttering, I am going to be specific with what you need to declutter, and I'm going to tell you how. So you don't want to miss this, but listen to the last one. Okay, we'll recap some of the stuff first of all, but we're going to dive right into this. And those of you who say, wait a minute, stop and tell me who you are. You know, everything was explained in the beginning. Go back and get the episodes, listen to them. You can find them everywhere. From Apple to Amazon, everywhere, even YouTube. You can get little clips. I have them on social media as audiograms. So I give you a little bit of jam. I give you a little bit of appetizer. And why? Because I want you to live on your promised land. Well, you know, Miss P, my pastor told me that. I mean, I had no problem with that. Well, then continue. If that works for you, you should be happy. Clap your hands. Kudos to your pastor, your spiritual leader. And you can just calmly get off of here and go find your pastor. Do y'all understand? Go to the person who is feeding your spirit. Don't go to other people who are feeding other people's spirit from their marketplace and complain. Well, my pastor, you don't need to do that because I know your goal and hope is for everybody to stop and run over to your pastor. And it behooves me to see that it is some people on YouTube, literally, they don't have an audience. They can't get an audience. They don't have a topic. They don't even know their calling. So they go take somebody else's calling and spend hours belittling and downgrading specific people who have a calling. Now, I'm not talking about people who do, reveal and literally put the light on you where you're not doing right. I'm talking about in the Christian community. It is pastors who say, I'm a pastor, but let me tell you that this famous pastor's not doing it right. And they mad because that pastor have a mega church and they have a plaza church and the plaza church don't grow. Let me tell you something. If you know that you know that you know that you know, whether you are a psychiatrist, a counselor, a mentor, a pastor, spiritual leader, evangelist, if you know what you're doing, know your calling, you will multiply. And if you are not multiplying, I don't know what to tell you. You got to multiply. And in some cases, you're multiplying and teaching the people, your small disciples, so they can go out there and multiply. And then they can increase with their family. So don't get wrapped up in the numbers. But I'm telling you, if you got a message to give out there, whether that message says, let me teach you how to bake, whether that message is let me teach you how to paint, whether that message is let me teach you how to do hair, whether that message is let me teach you the numbers so you can master accounting. You know what I'm saying? Even fixing cars. You holistically, like me, I teach you how to really flip your spirit, to revise your spirit, your whispers. When you get out there in the world, the marketplace, which is the marketplace where Jesus always hung out on, because he didn't just sit up there and hang out. He didn't hang out in the church. People spend 5 days, 7 days a week in the church, and then they wonder why they ain't help nobody. But the church is a spiritual hospital. You are in the church, in a spiritual hospital. Yes, God said, come together in fellowship, and you should be exchanging songs and praises, and really everybody should be in the church listening to what the spiritual leader's saying, but you should be coming together and enjoy. It should be some time where you can sit down and you can exchange ideas, $1 million ideas, wealthy ideas. Well, Miss P, that's all you think about is, well, let's talk about healthy ideas. Health in all your areas is going to make you wealthy. Okay? That make you feel better? So what I was trying to get out of that is that people get all the people platform and they don't like it, go to somebody else's platform. This platform is for people who specifically is tired. They are tired of being told that if they truly love God, God is associated with poverty. They are tired of the unanswered prayers. They are tired of being lied to by these pastors and prophets and stuff. And they'll tell you, you got to do this, you got to do this. And then you're doing it and you're doing it. But yet they are increasing and their money is just, oh my goodness, is advancing. Their cup is running over and you are in the shelter. You can't even get a job, especially during the pandemic. And you sit up there and you're listening, or you under a pastor that is giving you information, but at the same time, you are not going anywhere. Now, you can't always walk into the church and blame the pastor, especially if it's a mega church, but they supposed to have things set up. There's somebody who made it, who heard it, and they are a leader. They should have somebody that you can go to these different classes so you can learn it, so you can master. You cannot master nothing until you go ahead and get training in preparation. Do you understand what I'm saying? They wanted Esther to master being a queen. She had to master her duties. So she went through what's that, 6-month training? Y'all know nothing about that. You should master everything. Or should I say, you should have the knowledge of everything and master some specifics. And those masters of Pacific is going to be where your wealth come from. And your wealth can be your health. You want to be healthy in all areas. So why did I really go there? Is because you have to be careful who you tune into. You don't want to tune into everybody, but you want to tune into everyone that is giving you the same message, even though it's the same meal, but everybody had different ingredients in it, okay? So we talked about spiritual declutter. Only reason why we did that is because people want their manifestation and they're not getting it. So this episode is really going to be about your delayed manifestation, okay? It's going to be part 2 of decluttering, but you are decluttering because you want your manifestation. So when y'all look at my titles, y'all gotta say, didn't she say so and so? Because by the time I put this together, it's gonna be something totally different. And I welcome the pastors and the preachers and evangelists and the prophets that come on and they get my information and ideas and they got a topic. I can't get mad at them. It's being spread somewhere. But remember, don't be afraid when people when they come to you and they get your meal. But when they what is his name? When they go in the back door, the middle of the night, like they did Deacon, what's his name? Oh my God, I forgot in the New Testament. That is so, They went in the back. They don't want you to know. They don't want nobody to know. They did that with many preachers, but they don't want nobody to know that they coming to you or they associated you. They did that with Reverend Knight. I don't want nobody to know. I mean, because the masses of people don't like you, and they come and get your meals, is your ideals, and they want to reap the benefit off it, but they don't want nobody to know where it come from. I have people doing that to me now. hmm Copycats, frauds. That's what they are. It is nothing wrong with sharing the table and saying, "How did you make that fantastic pie? Oh, that's what you put in there? Well, I use this. Well, you know what? Imma try that." And then you go back and and you made something even better. There's nothing wrong with sharing your ideas, your multi-million dollar healthy ideas. That's what we're here for. That's what the church is supposed to be for. But the religious shackles is just dominating the churches. Even the pastors don't want you to know. They don't want you to know how they make it. They don't want you to know why they living in Beverly Hills. And see, I'm here to let you know you can have all of those blessings that you desire, but you got to remember it's not just for you. It's for you to leave a legacy for your kids. And it's also for your neighbors and your family. Now you have to be careful because you don't want to give everybody a free ride, but you give them your ideas are free. So when we was talking about spiritual decluttering, you can't manifest anything. You're bored, you got your vision board, you got this in your closet, you got all the affirmation, you got all of this. I'm going to wrap this up real quick. Let me tell you something. And nothing is just coming to pass. You literally have to master meditation, master imagination, and you need to master also, I have something, and that is prayer. Mhm. It is prayer because with the prayer, that is going to be another thing that you put in there. I'm going to discuss that next time. Mhm. And then I have something with that prayer and feelings. Oh, that's coming through your ear gate. Yeah, you teasing us, Miss P. Yes, I am teasing you, but I'm giving you some gems. Now, some people who have consistently listened to my previous episodes, they know when I'm getting ready to drop a gem. They know when I'm getting ready to reveal the secret ingredients. Because let me tell you, your spiritual body is clogged. God said he would answer your prayers if you believe. There's nothing wrong with God. Guess what? It's true. You can't blame it on the devil. I know your pastor's telling you, please blame it on the devil. I know your neighbor's saying it's because you live in the ghetto. I know your teachers are looking at you and saying you have a label, you can go so far. I do understand people that do not look like you are saying it's because you're too fat. I know it's many people out there with that all of this religious shackle seeds are looking at you and saying, well, you don't look like me. You too dark. I don't like the color of your, you'll never make it. Don't make those excuses. There's no such things. They're just illusions of the opinions of religious shackled people, especially spiritual leaders. So when I say go get your promised land and help all of those people around you, you are setting up shop to be the best baker, the best cook, the best mechanic, the best teacher. But nobody said you're supposed to take care of everybody. Remember Hammer did that? So you got to be careful because as soon as you start your promised land once you start creating that platform, family be the first one to knock at the door and say, remember me? This is what football players go through. I love football. Do you remember me? Remember entertainers go through that. And it's a difference between helping somebody who wants to be helped. God will give you divine connection. But you have to know the difference when somebody is not there. I know that I think it's strange when you see some female entertainers who they might have had a few babies or a baby, and the baby, your daddy, is no longer with them, and then they get on American Idol. Remember that? And they get out there and they get this stardom, and all of a sudden you hear, he's back. Mm-mm. No, no, no. What am I saying? Declutter. And if declutter means get rid of that ex-girlfriend who is about nothing, or that ex-boyfriend who's verbally and physical abusive, get rid of them. Those decluttering. Okay. We went into the decluttering and we talked about feng shui, a Chinese art or practice that help you clear your natural flow of energy for balance. Now you have to know this is what I'm here for. Are you spiritually balanced? Ask yourself, what are you feeding your spirit? We know what you feed your flesh. It is going to show. In some cases, it don't. I have nothing against listen because I ain't trying to no don't give me no don't send me no reviews about, you said this and that. What I'm saying to you, it will manifest. I mean, it manifests in your flesh, it manifests in your words, your thoughts, your life will reveal itself. Your life will reveal where you've been living spiritually. Well, Miss P, I don't know nothing about spiritual declutter or whatever. That's because your pastor never even told you you had a spiritual man. If you want to call a spiritual female, whatever. I'm just saying the spiritual side to you. You must declutter it. We talked about meditation. We talked about imagination for you to see your manifestation. Some of you are stuck. I don't know what to do. Go back. What did your spiritual leader tell you? Those of you who have prophets, what did your prophet say to you? See, a prophet will give you instructions on where they see where God is trying to take you. A psychic is just going to give you what you want to know. Not all of them, because a lot of them are prophets, so they don't even know it. But they just going to tell you whatever they picking up on your feelings right then and there. What do you want to know? You want to know that he is your soulmate, although he's married and he lived down the street and he got 5 kids by another woman. The psychic is going to say, yeah, that's your soulmate. And you literally spend your mind on that. You meditate on that day and night to try to get this man. And I can't reveal. I don't reveal my clients, but this was like a one-time client, and I never forget. I was talking to this lady, and she was telling me the problems that she was going through with this man, who she had to reveal that he's married and he lives with a woman. Well, he lived with his wife and they just had a newborn and they was going together for a long time. And the situation really was she was married. And it took her a while to tell me that, but she was married. And I say was because they came together, promised each other a rose garden, and she turned around and left her husband, moved into place all by herself. And she really just could not understand why this man didn't leave his wife. Nope. Mm-mm. And she looked like a fool. You understand what I'm saying? You need to declutter. And you in a relationship, we talked about that. But let me, some of y'all didn't get it. That's why you need to rest between relationships. I'm talking about men and women. I'm talking to both of y'all. Listen, you must rest. Some people, I have heard people say, I just can't help it. I can't help it. I can't be alone. If you cannot but be alone, you don't love yourself at all. Because being alone is listening to yourself, hearing yourself speak, hearing the spirit, connecting to what God might have to say to you. Alone, it is growing, it's maturing, it's saying, hey, let me go ahead and go through this lesson and learn it. Did I learn something from that so I won't do it again? And I'm not saying that some of y'all can't go into a new relationship after you've been really, really shadowed, because some people are there to help you heal. This is not all of y'all. You need to take a break. You need to rest. Then you sit back. I can't be alone. But you know what, Miss P, he don't want me. He don't treat me good. Why he don't want to come over holidays? He don't want to do. I never met his family. How long you been going with him? 5 years. You know what? Maybe he don't want you because you don't want yourself. You got to use the time to declutter. Go to the gas station and your tank is on field F, and turn around and try to put some more oil. It's going to splatter everywhere. This is what y'all ladies are doing. This is what some men are doing. You can't do that. Men, I feel like females are more famous for that, because I always say females can fall in love several times. A man once or twice if you're lucky. And most of them will go to their grave. They've been hurt one time. They're going to say, oh, never. Because that pain they can't take. We were just made to take pain, though. Don't get mad at me. Go to Mother Eve. Do you understand what I'm saying? Declutter your relationships. Here goes something else you need to do. Spiritually, how do you declutter? Look at your desk. Clean out the paperwork. Have everything in a place. I worked for somebody, I said this before, when I was working for the government, and I was her assistant, and I went and she was out for a couple of days, and I cleaned her whole desk. When she came back and I opened that door to show her, even her manager was like, you did a good job. When she came in and we opened the door because everybody wanted to see it, she looked at that desk and went somewhere and cried. And I believe from that point on, she said, I want this be out of here. And I didn't understand, because I didn't understand some people live in clutter. Take a pig out the pigsty and he'll go right back. Go back. What they say, out the mud, clean up a pig. That pig, the first chance that a pig get, they're going to go in the mud and get dirty. I also worked with someone where she went on maternity leave and her desk used to be nasty. And they was, people grow up that way. If your parents are downright unorganized and nasty, I'm sorry. Train the child in the way they should go, and they will not depart from it when they get older. So you got to be clean. You got to be organized. No, you don't have to what's that, COD or something like that. You don't have to be all of that. But in any case, she left and she went on maternity leave and came back. And everybody got together, cleaned her desk, and we went and found old sandwich in the desk. And we cleaned it when she came back. She was like, oh, okay, thank you. 1 week later, that's what you would never thought it was the same. You cannot, you know why? You can't go back and fill a gas tank and already have oil. And the oil might be clogged up, dirty, contaminated, and poisoned. That's why you have to prune. You have to prune the weeds. It's so many illustrations I can give you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why your paperwork? I'm telling you, clean up that paperwork, get everything organized, and you're going to start, you just clean it. You're going to start seeing paper come to you. Paper comes in the form of money. Email. I know people that you go see them and they do webinars and they show their email. They showing you something and you see the email and you look at it, and I've seen like 400 or something. And I'm kind of wary of, how is this person teaching me when they can't even control that? No, you don't tell me. You may be important, but you don't have 400 emails that you have to set there. Some people feel that if you let it sit there, that shows how important you are. No, clean it out. Well, Miss P, what I got to do with life? It has a lot to do with life. It's a spiritual email. You can't see it and touch it. It's just like your mail. I know somebody who had mail all over the table, the whole coffee table. And you get what I'm saying? That physically, that's a mess. But you can't see it in emails. That is a mess. That is played on your mind. You don't even think it is. All those emails, I know somebody who had thousands. We're not even going to go with that. Why you have all these thousands? Well, you think you're important? People have a right for you to reply back to. And then it's a whole bunch of those emails might be spam. You need to spam. I spend so much time on it. Some people need to hire a virtual assistant. If you get that much, if you get 400 to 5,000 emails, you must be a superstar. And I don't think so. How about the text? I tell somebody, well, I sent you a text. I didn't get that text. As soon as you hear somebody always say, I didn't get that text. I've seen people that have leadership, spiritual leadership, even in corporate leadership, and you send them something and they're supposed to be leaders. I didn't get that text. I went and they get upset at you because they try to explain to you why they couldn't help you. But I'm saying to myself, why are you telling people to contact you? If you don't clean out your clutter, you have to watch those people. I don't want those people leading me. I'm a leader and I have to clean all my stuff out. If I got 10, I think the most mine will get is probably on vacation or something. Even then I clean it out. Is if I look up and it's over 20, my mind is gone. And people don't know that. It's times when I couldn't, and I learned this growing up. And one time I was just sick. I just was like, I had clothes everywhere, whatever. I was in my mother's house and she was going working for the weekend doing nurse's aid. And the house was it just literally was over clustered. Now, you can have a over clustered house and it have to be nasty. You don't have to have food on the floor. It can just be your clothes is out of order. Everything in your bathroom out of order. This is like when I went to some people I know house. I'm in the bathroom cleaning it out. And I remember doing this to somebody, a family member, and they said, "Why are you trying to tell me my bathroom is dirty?" I said, "No." Oh, and I literally asked though, I mean, where's the climate? Where's this? And I literally pushed everything and organized it because I'm bringing my stuff in it and I want a section. They get mad, I guess. But the point I'm trying to say is if you are a leader or trying to be a leader, spiritually it plays on you. When I was in my house as a teen, everything was out of order. Something said, get up. My spirit said, get up and start cleaning up this place. Put it in order before my mother came back because I was lazy. And I went and started putting everything in order. I spent a long time just cleaning and cleaning. And then the smell, I was bringing things to my air gate that I loved. And that was like incense and all of that. And I was just making the environment and I had the music on. And, I found that I was able to not only study, you find out you can study better, no clutter, and I was able to think better. All of this is a spiritual concept. This is what we cleaning out the spirit. So we got your paperwork, we got your mail or mail and email. But I'm going to talk about email because we talk about the spiritual text, spiritual side. Don't linger on with text. Oh, you can archive it if I said it right. When you, in the sense where you say, "Oh, I need something because I may be going to court." So you can do that. Now your closet, even though you can see everything in there, that closet is so important. I am not one, well, let me stop. I am one in color code stuff, but I can get out of order a little bit. If you don't clean your closet, have known people who their closet was a disaster and they just kept putting clothes in there and had several different sizes, especially if you have a problem with your weight. And they thought it was cute. And you know how many people walking around and they don't even have 2 pair of shoes or 2 dresses or 1 dresses. And some of y'all got hundreds of dresses. Part of my program is I literally tell people to clean out their clutter. And I remember I had a mentee and I said, you need to clean out the closet. And they had several bags that they had to literally give to the Salvation Army or whatever. So God forbid, bags of stuff. All of this is in their closet. All of this is in one room. And they feel like a whole different person. And I kid you not, so many blessings was coming through. You know what the blessings are? Everything started manifesting. So you can't blame God. God is doing his job. You are not doing your job. You're not cleaning out your clutter. Declutter. Learn from French Ray, Chinese practice of balancing your energy. It has to be a flow. This is why acupuncture is so beautiful. You don't see with the needles, you see where they sticking it out physically, but it's doing something inside. It's a flow, holistic practitioners, medicine, and all of that. I love it because it's a flow. I consider myself a holistic counselor. Because see, I deal with the whole person, your spiritual side. You can't, even though I tell you to declutter, we was talking about the mail and physically the closet. How about your car? I know, oh, okay, wait a minute. Let me know. I know, so I heard that. Don't go there, Miss P. Don't go there. Your car, lift up your trunk. Is a is we not even gonna go there. You ever see those cars and they have all kind of scratches and bents to them or whatever? I bet you if you go in there, trunk is messed up. And so the back, the front of the seam, excuse me, outside the trunk is just letting you know what's going on in the inside. And a lot of the clutter is your mind. Whenever you see a person have so much, this is not have nothing to do with the medical community. This is the holistic community. When your spiritual life or life is cluttered, watch that person. And I can guarantee their mind is filled with so much clutter, which is confusement. Do you understand? Life is confusing to them. This is why it's so important to declutter. I hope that you found something in here. I hope that you are going to your closet, to your desk. I hope you're cleaning out your emails and texts. You can just send me a report, a praise report. Some of you, I will go ahead and I'll be more than happy to put it on my website. Yes. Well, first you got to come and sit down or we have counseling or whatever, but I'll do that. I'll give you a shout out. So after hearing this, you know what's next. Go get your promised land and take the opportunity to order my book. What is new? Ask Jalen. My blogs, my newsletter. And some things I try and some things I pull back because I have to re-examine my marketplace and see if it's good for me. Is it a divine connection? Remember something. Everything is not ready in one season. So your manifestation is a season for it. It's a season for you to get that degree. It's a season to get that specialized certificate. You cannot walk into college and say, can I have my degree today? It's called a process because it's a season. Some of y'all meet your mate in kindergarten and don't even know it. Some of you meet them when you're in your 30s, 40s, and maybe years. Because you know what? I do believe a lot of us have so much clutter and no preparation that even if the blessing that God come in hand to you is at your door, you won't see it. Clean the clutter. Okay? And remember that as loving self is right, you don't want to be wrong.